John, thanks for joining us for another edition of the CEO's blog this week. We had a board meeting here at Harness Racing New South Wales yesterday. Were there any outcomes from that?
The outcomes were mainly run-of-the-mill business, but what I can say is that on Thursday the board and myself will be in Tamworth. We need to tidy up a few little bits of pieces of how we take that new property forward. All very exciting. We'll meet with builders, architects, consultants. We'll meet with the club, and we'll meet with the previous owners, the Show Society, and other people who are on the premises at the moment. And it's, as I say, very exciting times for Tamworth.
What are some of the plans for that property?
To start with, we've got some compliance issues with regard to the structures, the officials' tower and the stewards' towers, etc. But we'll be certainly looking at how we give better protection for the horses and the participants on race night with the stables that are there. And of course, also we have 180 permanent stalls on the property. We just want to see how we can deal with those, maybe do a few improvements and make them most welcoming, so we can turn it into a fully fledged training centre as an adjunct to the racing factor of the track.
Okay, we're talking about improvements at the new track, relatively new track at Bathurst on Saturday night. They hosted another series of the Gold Crown Carnival and produced some popular results. Oh,
very popular, and I think none more so popular than Jeff Simpson's win. It was just great to see. Now he drove him in the final, the very first Gold Crown final, and then some 30 odd years later he wins it. So cast a long shadow. Well, you know, to the connections, congratulations, and to the connections of all the horses on the night, congratulations too, because the track certainly presented some great times. The facility is really coming together. As we know, it takes a year or two for it to bed down, but great crowd, really fun atmosphere. So Bathurst bigger and better, and will be bigger and better again next year.
Okay, we'll go to, we've got another feature race meeting in New South Wales this weekend, and it's the Armidale tab.com.au Carnival of Cups on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday, Armidale, Julie Morn, Pete Munsey and the team do a marvellous job up in the northwest, and it'll be a good meeting, a solid 8-race program. It was good racing there last Sunday. Adam Fairley and Chris Edwards, and more than likely Rod Smith will be representing Harness Racing New South Wales at that meeting. So if any of the participants up in the northwest want to talk to somebody about what's happening in harness racing, they should certainly contact them, but they should attend and just see a marvellous day's racing.
Okay, we'll go from Sunday to Tuesday. There's a HRCC meeting. So HRCC is the Harness Racing Clubs Committee, where all the major clubs get together and discuss some issues or topics with Harness Racing New South Wales. Have you got anything about that, John?
Well, we hold these meetings every 2 months, and they're very informative, and clubs do represent, and sometimes they can't, but Denny Dwyer, of course, gets whatever's discussed out. But this meeting is one of the most important meetings of the year, of course, when we deliver the industry budget for the following year. The board signed off on that budget on Tuesday, so it'll be, it's taking the industry forward. We have funding. Do we have sufficient funding? We'll probably say no, but we do the best with what we've got, and we have a pretty good footprint for the industry for the next 2 or 3 years, and the budget is for one financial year is just one component.
Well, yeah, talking about the industry going forward, we've got plenty of young talent here in New South Wales at the moment, and this week we've had a few first winners. Michelle Tracy drove her first winner at Menangle on Monday, and Jared Carterfelt also drove his first winner the other day at Wagga, and it was only his 6th race drive, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah,
Jared, I watched that race, of course, on Sky Racing, and it took me back a long way when I first drove a winner. I didn't drive very many, by the way, but still. And he drove to perfection, jumped his horse to the front, and accordingly won. But for the young lass at Menangle, that must have been a real thrill. And to Barney, the trainer, of course, well done. And we've got wonderful young people in this sport. Their achievements will be well noted well into the future, and it's great to see them win.
Okay, John, thanks for that, and we'll catch up again next week.
Thank you, Amanda. A pleasure as always.